These were not good numbers, were they? And I don't want to editorialize, but certainly this does not make for very nice reading for the party and the government.
No, they're not good data. So we already expected, a deeper contraction, but I think it's worse than we had expected. So I think two main reasons. One, obviously, the external demand is, weakening very fast. So we're also seeing some, Korean export data. It's already very bad. And the second is some disruption, probably in the first half of November, due to the COVID restrictions. So some disruption to supply chain that might drag some export down. But obviously, overall, take it, the external demand is now getting worse and can get even worse next year. So that means the support from exports are going to be going downward. But now that means the domestic drivers for growth will be more critical for next year's growth. And that's why we see now China is actually moving quite quickly on the COVID easing. Yeah.
Eric, fair to assume that more stimulus is needed, right? I mean, already we heard from China saying that monetary policy needs to be more targeted. It needs to be forceful as well.
Yeah, I think that's basically some continuation of the policy direction they have been talking in the past. And I think next year, I think the key upside for China growth is the COVID reopening. So we have the expectation that China will, move away from COVID zero by mid of next year. So if that happens, I think that will give a significant boost to growth. And in that case, probably the policy easing can be, less aggressive than probably than this year. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We've got another aspect to all of this as well. Okay. I mean, we could see the zero tolerance for the coronavirus being consigned to the dustbin heap of history earlier, and given the pace of these changes taking place, that could happen. But as you mentioned, external demand that could weaken, and we could see that particularly in the US. And this is something those bank CEOs on Wall Street have been warning about, saying the road's going to be a bumpy one, according to Goldman's David Solomon.
Yeah, I think so, because it's still quite uncertain, how the first wave of infections are going to develop, right? So we have seen many places relaxing COVID zero, but I think it's still early to tell how the spike are going to be. If that's really, causing some stress on the medical facility, I think that will give governments some, they might have some second thinking about whether they want to pause or even slow the pace of eating. But I think the broad direction is going there, but only the pace is still uncertain at this point.